Five's Chad Petrie has the story.
When you get a fast food meal, no one expects to be called a little ugly dude.
We get the receipt and I looked at it and say, little ugly dude. And I'm like, really?
Tanisha Bush says,
M-I-C-A-H Beats.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go. Just another day on the couch, talking about all the problems of today. Yeah, it is another beautiful Monday evening, y'all. And y'all already know what it is. And I'm pumped because my co-host with the Moses is back. My co-host with the Moses is back. What up, sis?
Greetings. How are you? Hey, bro, I missed you. Like, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
Well, yeah, it seemed like it because we took 2 weeks off, and then you weren't here last week. So,
Yeah.
I miss you too, sis.
That has been crazy.
Definitely miss you too. But yes, welcome back to another episode of Just Therapy. Thank you for coming to the couch. Don't forget a little housekeeping real quick. Big shout out to last week's guest, comedian Xavier King. That was a great, fun episode. Make sure you check that out when you get the chance. Check it out on Spotify, watch it back, whatever you want to do. But it was definitely a good episode. Also, it's another beautiful Monday evening, so thank you for tuning in with us. And you already know what it is. I got my phone up, so whatever comes through on the phone, I will read. But if you want your comment to show up on the screen, just please go to the Facebook page of Just Therapy the Podcast or go to the YouTube page at Just Therapy the Podcast. Other than that, I'm watching the phone. I'll read your comments. You already know this is the best interactive podcast in the world, claimed by me, myself, your host. You already know what it is. Also,
I'm co-signing. Hold on.
You said what?
I co-signed.
That's what's up. Also, we want to help you get your evening started right. We know how Mondays be, first day of the week going back to work, but we want to end your Monday on a great note on the couch. And you already know we got some hot topics coming in for your ass, so we about to get right into it. Yes. Big shout out. Oh, you know what? I gotta do the shout out now. So we always do a recap anyway of what happened to us this weekend, all that good shit. But big shout out to my nephew. I claim him as my nephew because I call his mom my little sis. So big shout out to baby Lewis, Darian Lewis. Dude was player of the week for defense. And man, did he show up and show out at the game. So that was dope.
Big up Scoop. I love Scoop. Oh my God, he's amazing, man. I mean, killing it. And big up to his mom, KT, because, and his dad, my cousin Derek, you know what I'm saying? Because he gets all his skill, his beauty, his everything from the both of them.
Okay. We'll take it. So my recap. So Thursday, I actually had the honor of playing in a softball game. Y'all know how much I love softball. I had the honor to play in a game. It was actually the Summit County Suicide Prevention Coalition versus the Stark County Suicide Prevention Coalition. I guess this is their second year doing it. I guess they're trying to make an annual softball game or whatever. So I actually had the honor to play in the game. Lil Mama was with me. She pretty much was like running the table because she was chilling with like my main boss or whatever and doing the wheel and just hanging out. Go. What you came and sit down to tell me that, girl? Get your ass out of here. So that was cool. So that was cool. What? Y'all act like y'all don't watch this show. So that was cool. It was, it was a way to raise awareness in the community and things like that. And we had a shit ton of people on our team, like literally a lot of people on our team.
Nice.
They let me pitch. I don't think anybody wanted to pitch, but of course I wanted to pitch. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good game. It was close, way closer than I would like it to be. Because again, we had so many people on our team. We batted everybody on our team. And you know how some people will be like, oh, you got too many guys in a row. Listen, I mean, we batting everybody. So, I mean, we can't help it. We batting 20-something people. So everybody gets the bat. Like, we ain't got that many girls. So it's going to be a couple guys in a row, whatever. But pitched to Jim. And, people just don't know how to play softball, which is cool. But I'm, like, cheering everybody on. Like, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let it bother you. You'll get the next one. That's just what I do on the softball field. And like I said, I pitched to Jim. We were down by 1 going into the last inning, our last at bat. I got 3 outs real quick, and then I was up to bat. It was only my second time up to bat, and we played like 8 innings.
Y'all had that many people?
That's how many people we had on our team, and there was a lot of people that didn't know how to play softball. So, sometimes they went 1, 2, 3 or whatever, but I was up to bat first, and the dude behind me was like, I just need you to get on base. I was like, man, I got you. Like, come on now. One. And of course, on base, they called a runner, which I don't mind because I don't want to run if I ain't got to. And lo and behold, he came up, fouled off, but he wasn't out because it was the first, like pretty much first strike. And the next pitch, sent it. I'm like, ball game, let's go, right? So it was cool. The only irritating part is they provided food. It was a truck, and I want to say it was the place I actually went to lunch the next day. But they provided food, and I got 3 chicken tacos, right? And I took a bite, and I'm like, man, these is delicious. So, of course, they was for Lil Mama. She take a bite. She like, it's nasty. I'm like, whatever. She eat tacos. I don't know. She just didn't like the flavor of that one. But so I wrap it up, and I'm like, I'm going to eat it later. Had my mind set on these tacos. I even tried to get more, but they was out of chicken. So I was like, let's roll. I'm putting stuff in the car, boom, 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 helping people tear stuff down. And I put the thing on top of the car. I put something else in the car. I take it off the top and then put it back on top. I started moving around doing something else and forgot to put it back in the damn car and rode off. And now that food is for the birds. So that was the only irritating part. And I wanted them tacos. And when I got home, I was hungry. And I was like, I guess I just wasn't supposed to eat those tacos tonight. So I just chalked it up like that. And also, so I'm a softball player, right? Yes, right. Baby. Okay, take your time, baby. So I'm a softball player. As softball, we like to drink while we playing softball. And so in my head, I'm like, okay, this is something for like the coalitions, they might frown upon if I'm drinking in the dugout, right? So me being, I just bought a 12-pack because I needed it for the house anyway, and a bottle. So I took a couple shots of that and drank a beer on my way there. So I was good, but I mean, you drink while you play softball. That's just how we do it. But like I said, other than that, it was fun, man. It was fun. We won. So now I guess it's tied up 1-1. I guess they won last year. So we'll see what happens next year. Friday, hung out with some ladies from the office. I kind of hang out with them. We do lunch here and there. It was one of the ladies birthday. Actually, big shout out to her, Tracy. Happy birthday! Her birthday today. So we went to El Patron in downtown Akron. Had to pay for parking, which is odd when you're just trying to go eat. And it was middle of the day Friday or whatever. But we went, ate, was drinking, had a good time. And I hear you. Here I come. So had a good time, and wanted to make sure they got home safe. Told them to text me when they got there because a nice little buzz. Don't want nobody driving drunk, stuff like that. So they was cool. They made it home safely. I made it home to the crib. And what else did I do Friday night? Oh, I ended up hanging back out with them, drink a little bit more. Came to the house Saturday. Little mama got picked up Friday. Saturday, and went and hung out with the family. Went tailgating at Akron U. It was their first home game. Like I said, big shout out to Baby and them. They got their first dub. We was there. We tailgated. It was cool. Good vibes. Good people. Yesterday, watched church online. Then had softball, and we was missing four of our main people. And I hate when we miss our main people. So we lost, and it'd be irritating because I really didn't have no help. I had one dude trying to help me doing his best, but it just don't be enough against a good team. But again, that was it. And then today had 6 classes, and we back on the couch. Sis, how was your weekend?
Man, that was crazy.
Last week too, man. Why you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I was really exhausted. I couldn't even. So let me get into that. But first of all, I want to get into them tacos because I would have been pissed. You understand? Food to me, and then I would have been like, you know what? Take care of the universe, feed the universe, because that's the only way that it could go to make me feel better. However, last week, like I said, I was really, really exhausted, to the point where I couldn't even continue through the day. And it was just so much going on, and trying to take care of some business, and do my make some moves, and plus do stuff for my daughter. So it was really crazy. I ran into some people I knew years ago during the week or whatever, and it was crazy because people treat you like they remember you. And it's so frustrating sometimes because when people treat you like they remember you, it shows you how they haven't grown. It's okay, well, I'm in a new level of myself, and it's scary, and it's weird, and especially not being able to remember a lot of things that go on until I'm reminded. So the person just kept bringing up old stuff, just continuing to oh, you used to be this and you used to be that, and and every time I would say something oh, calm down, don't stab me, don't shoot me, or whatever, and it was so irritating because I'm I was saying was oh no, I don't do that, or I don't drink, or anything like that, but it was they kept making it I was being aggressive, and that was
your past.
Yeah. And I'm you, first of all, you haven't seen me in 10 to 13 years. I'm way far from this person I used to be, or whatever, so I, had some little links with that. On Friday, I got to talk to 2 of my sisters, which I hadn't been able to just sit down and talk to for a long time. And we were, on Facebook. What is that? The family chat thing. And we were just being silly and reminiscing as well. But, I'm saying, just vibing and everything like that. It was very fun and emotional. So I was really excited because, I don't really get to talk to family members a whole lot. And on Saturday, I had my Move Like a Lion Reggae Cypher, Volume 2, my Part 2. And, 2 of the artists didn't show up, but it was super dope because a lot of the artists reached out to me, and, they wanted to, and it's I started it, and I really I'm excited about it because it was something I wanted to do years ago. And it's actually like, you know, it has a momentum. Like people are like, oh God, when you're doing the next one. Nice. And we do it at the studio and it's a vibes. And, you know, we got female and male artists, you know, because, you know, the music industry is very male dominated. So, you know, when I get together with the reggae family, it's always good. And I was mad because Friday I didn't get to go out to the Carlos Jones show because I just really miss being around, but I was so busy. And the artists just like, man, everybody was just like taking up the mic, and the selectors, Super D and Brian and Ricky Hype, you know, they were bringing the tunes, and it was just like, you know, it was such a powerful vibes. All the artists, you know, I want to just make sure I big them up. Let me give shout outs to, you know, Will Powell, Marty Soul, Spartacus, Sister Barbara, Sister T, like, man, Papa Gary, like they really came out and enjoyed themselves. And then people were like coming over and people were sitting on their porch and just riding past, stopping, walking past, like literally stopping, dancing to us performing and everything like that. And it was really cool. On Sunday, you know, did some Ubering, and I actually yesterday after I got in, I slept the whole day. Oh, so wait, at the reggae cipher, I had 2 panic attacks, didn't have my inhaler. And then when I left, I almost passed out and I had to call my daughter so her and her girl can come get me. They end up like not even answering the phone. I couldn't drive. I was super, because it was so hot. It was 84 degrees, mind you, and we outside singing and everything like that. But I was like, my body just took on, and I couldn't I couldn't drive, and I'm like trying to drive. I'm so dizzy. Everything is looking like, you know, how in the movies where they have it like, you know, it was really fleshy, but I ended up taking a break, and then I made it home, and my daughter had to come and get me out the car, and she thought she was gonna have to rush me to the hospital. But Sunday I ended up still going back out, which upset her. And then I slept like probably about, I can't even, like, I've never slept this long in my life, and only when I was in a hospital and I was in a coma. But I was like, I slept probably about 12 hours or more. That was crazy. Yeah, it was really exhausting.
Your body was like, we'll make sure you slow your ass down. I'm gonna make you sleep for some minutes. So
yeah,
I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad the cipher went good. Definitely glad the cipher went good. That's what's up. That's always lovely to hear. All right. All right, let's keep it moving. You already know what we like to do. We like to do childhood memories. One childhood memory. It can be funny or crazy. You know how we do. We've done so many. Well, I've done so many, but I got one for y'all this week. So, man, I had it earlier and I was thinking about it. Come on, come back to me. Come back to me. Damn it. I had it too. I had it earlier because I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever told that childhood memory. And now it has slipped my mind. Last week I talked about getting arrested for a BB gun. This week I wanted to talk about something. Do you got yours? Maybe I can recall.
Okay. Childhood memory. I was telling somebody this story, and I don't know if I told this story before yet, but my mom used to leave in like, you know, my real mother, she used to leave and like go on these weekends, you know, with her boyfriends and stuff like that. I'm the youngest, but I've always just been super adventurous, you know. And when she would leave, like the way the doors was made in our project back in the day, like if you put, like when you open a door, you push the button in, you, it would lock the door from the inside. Like we couldn't open the door to go out. So her biggest thing was she didn't want us to open a door in case like my grandparents or aunties and them come over and they know that she left us at home, you know, for so long by herself. Right. Okay. And, so I wanted to, you know, we've always wanted to get out, this, that, and the other thing. And the girl downstairs, like the way the windows opened, they opened out. So I'm like, I want out. I wanted to be out. And so I told her, I've been yelling downstairs, like, and she would take the phone and unplug it and wrap it up and put it in her room. And she had a lock on her door. so we couldn't even like use the phone. Like if it was a fire, if we didn't jump out the window, we would just be done. Like that wasn't smart parenting. But anyway, I was like, open your window or whatever. And we lived on the second floor, and I climbed out the window. And the way like her window, like it was like tall. So if I hang from my ledge, like if I reach my feet and I could touch that part of the window, you know what I'm saying? I could bend down and grab it. So it was so crazy. And I literally thought I was gonna, I never thought about like, what if you fall? You know what I'm saying? I never thought about anything because I was just really, really so adventurous. And I climbed out the window and got outside. And they will always say, like, I was always in trouble. Like, I got a whooping every day of the year, probably, or less. But I used to I always was like very challenging against authority, and especially my real mom, because I just thought, like, why? Like, why did you birth me to this lady? You know what I'm saying? But I was very challenging, and I would just do stuff to, you know, like, you're not gonna lock me in this house. I need to be out.
How'd you get back in? You was on the second floor. How'd you get back in?
Oh, my brothers and them tied a sheet around the middle thing or whatever like that, and I climbed.
Nice. Hey, at least they helped you out.
Yes.
I like that.
It was crazy, and it was crazy because I'm thinking at the time I was scared to climb up more than I was scared to climb out. Because I'm thinking, like, y'all better hold the sheet, but he tied it to the thing and they held it. And I got back in. Yeah, I still got in trouble though, because the lady, Miss Helen, which it was an older lady that lived across the walkway, she told my mother. Yeah, she told her I was a monkey.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's hilarious. That's a good one though. What up, Sherry? Thanks for tuning in. She gonna say we at an age where you gotta write shit down. Yes, I do know that. And then she said,
seriously.
Some of our best childhood memories are when we were
Hey, Sherry.
Yes, absolutely. Some of our best childhood memories is when we was bad. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's hard too.
Yeah.
Especially with me losing my memory, but it's so crazy because I remember a lot of stuff, you know, from my past, but it's like that middle part, like it's kind of shaky. But like when I'm getting my memory, and I'll be like, oh, some stuff I'll be like, oh, and some stuff I'll be like, oh, like who was I? Like what kind of? Because I'm nowhere near that person anymore.
Absolutely, Sherry said hi. All right, so but you did jog my memory on what I wanted to talk about, so I appreciate you going first. So my mom's death anniversary is tomorrow. Tomorrow makes 6 years of losing my mom, which sucks. But so it was a memory about my mom. So she was always the type to volunteer if schools needed volunteers, right? Like all the time she would volunteer regardless, right? Because but the first time she volunteered for something that like everybody was kind of gonna be there was like 7th grade. We had a thing called, I think I want to say it was called Heskett Night. It was the name of the school and they put night behind it, but we were in 7th grade and we had the opportunity to stay in the school overnight and like play games and run around and do different crafts and a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Right.
For that entire night, day, whatever it was. I think we got there like 6 or 7 or something like that and stayed the whole time. But my mom volunteered, right? And so I was one of them kids like, Ma, you ain't got to volunteer. It's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody. Because like a lot of people's parents won't volunteer, won't show up or nothing. But my mom was like, I'm there. You know, as long as it wasn't outside, her having to be in the heat, she was going to be there. Like I can count on one hand how many times she came to football, baseball, and swim meets and stuff like that, but always supported. But for this, since it's inside, she like, I'm going, right? And so she was there. So of course I'm like on the other side of the school trying to like stay away from my mom because I'm trying to have a good time or whatever. And we had a ball and it was crazy because somebody had hurt themselves that night. And my mom is a registered nurse. So of course, here she comes to the rescue. And it was a good thing she was there because she was the only nurse there. She figured it out, made sure they was good. and we didn't have to have the ambulance come or nothing like that. So it went off with a hit. So if it wasn't for my mom being there, somebody would have been really messed up. And I think I remember exactly who it was too. I want to say her name was Tova. I swear, if I remember correctly, she got hurt doing something, probably something she wasn't supposed to do. But my mom came to the rescue and did the nurse thing and had everything straight. So, and it's just like, you know, times like this, man, like she was so dope, man, doing stuff like that and being there and volunteering. And she went to Washington with us, Washington, D.C. I told that story before, but so it made me always want to volunteer for my kids' school. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was at my son's school like clockwork. Like I did field day, I raced with the kids, played with the kids. It was other parents that wouldn't do nothing, but I'm running around getting sweaty with these kids, having a ball. And like anything that he had, I was volunteering. I was there. So it'll be the same thing with Lil Mama. So, but yes, that is my childhood memory about my mom, how dope she was and always there for
me. That's amazing.
If you don't get out, you talking about you don't feel good, man, get off my lap making faces. It will stop making faces. They can't see me. Stop it. Silly goose. All right, so that's childhood memories. People saying hi, Lil Mama. Don't say hi to her. She got on my nerves.
Please, right, I feel like you're being a hater.
It's all right. She's my daughter. I can stop making them faces. Always making funny faces. So, all right. I know. So let's get into our favorite topic of the show, flowers while they still here. Instead of being so conditioned like all of us are, and people like to give flowers while people are dead and gone at funerals, we like to give people flowers while they still here so they can smell those roses. My flowers today is actually going to KT's son, baby Lewis, Darian Lewis. Listen, I watched this young man grow up for the last, I want to say 12, maybe even 13, 14 years. And the young man he is turning into is so dope. He's so respectful. I don't think he got no choice because who his mama is, but he is so respectful. He be on his stuff. He about to graduate college next year. Me and him was talking before the game because like they got there and he snuck out to come say what's up to the family. So
I saw the video.
Right. I dap him up, say, what up, nephew? And we was talking, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna need a pick from you today since I'm here. He was like, I need a pick too, Unc. And lo and behold, did he get his first pick of the season? And it was a pretty interception. So big up to baby.
It was amazing.
Yep, and just the young man he's becoming. I'm proud of that dude. Keep grinding. He's gonna go on to do great things. And I gotta give him his flowers right now. So, baby Lewis, your flowers.
You got to.
Hey, nephew.
You got to. Look, I was trying to open them. I'm like, oh, you gotta give him his flowers.
Hey.
Scoop, get your flowers.
Hey.
I call him Scoop. Y'all call him Baby, but I named him Scoop when he was a baby.
Okay.
Because he looked like a chocolate scoop. Ice cream.
It was funny because there was some people there, and the one lady was like, don't it feel weird for you to call another dude baby? I'm like, first off, he like my son, my nephew, so he's young enough for me to call him baby. His mama call him baby.
And he's the baby, and you need to mind your business.
No, she was just laughing.
No, because when people say that, it's like an underhand compliment, kind of, I don't be liking that.
It don't matter. So when his brother yelled it, she was like, oh, that sound manly. I was like, man, shut your ass up, right? Because like when he got that, I was like, all right, baby, let's get this pick. And as soon as he got it, I seen it coming. I'm like the first one standing up. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, baby. So it was dope, man. It was like 16, it was like 16 or 20 of us there.
Yeah, no, it was a lot. I saw that picture. I'm like, oh, wait, that's my little cousin. Wait, and I'm like, shocked. Because I saw that was your thing, and I'm like, duh, we all connected. Like, it's so crazy. So crazy.
It was dope. So today. Who you want to give flowers to, Miss BBC?
I want to give flowers to everyone that had an amazing mom that is no longer here anymore, but they hold her attributes and her everything. You know what I'm saying? The passion and the love and the everything they got anybody that lost a mom, that had a wonderful mom, I give you your flowers because I know I wish I had that. And when you tell stories, it's so amazing to me. And I never had that, only from people that were strangers. And I give my flowers to you guys. Blessings.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry you didn't have a mom like that. I'm definitely sorry you didn't get to experience that. But I definitely appreciate those flowers, especially for the people that lost their mom, and especially for tomorrow being the day it is. And just reminiscing over her and how cool she was and how much she got on my damn nerves and all that good stuff. But I'll take all that back, and just to get one more time of her nagging at me, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. I appreciate those flowers, sis. Appreciate that. All right.
Thanks.
All right. Let's keep it going, y'all, before I start crying. Let's get into the show, y'all. So
my sweet cancer.
You say what?
I said my sweet cancer.
Listen, I put up a post and I was like, man, I'm a sensitive ass cancer. Like
all cancers are sensitive.
I was watching NCIS Hawaii, and it was like 2 episodes that had me all tearing up. I'm like, man, why is this? I'm like, why it's got me like this? Hold up. You know, it must be dust in my eyes. But no, it was just one of them episodes that just got to me. I resonated.
Don't ever say dust in your eyes. That's how a lot of men, a lot of men get the other men like, hey, is it dusty in here?
Oh, no. Oh, I ain't know nothing about that. I was just being funny. I'll never say
I know. I got to keep my brother together. I'm not going to let you be out here. Somebody, you be like, it's dust in my eye. And then he'll be like, oh, really? Because you have been able to cut somebody out, trying to knock somebody out, and trying to be
that's hilarious. All right, so our first topic on the docket is worst dates ever. Is that correct?
Yes. So
I was looking forward to hearing this last week, especially when we had the guests.
I know.
So we can hear what they had.
And I had so much energy for it last week, but I was like, I put it, and I meant to put it up yesterday so I could, share some stories that people share. I put it up today. I don't know if anybody commented on it though, but like, I'm always with a lot of women. I've done a lot of different things, different projects, female talks. I have sisters. So, you always hear about like bad dates. Well, I was watching this movie, and I had YouTube on, and the movie, and I woke up to it, and it was, and the lady was just like, she just kept having these horrible dates, like, and she was just like looking for love or something. It's an old movie. I think it was like from 1984 or something. But She was like, she just wanted to be married, and, but she just kept getting these horrible dates and being so rejected or whatever. And I was like, mad. Yeah, I was like, you know what? People always talk about that. So it started to make me think about some bad dates I had, or as my sisters had, or whatever like that. And I remember this guy. And I'm about to just tell y'all some of these dates. Like, so this guy, he used to just be at me all the time. So he's just like, oh my God, I just, I love you. The worst thing people say to people that they feel like in Caribbean or African or whatever like that, they'll be like, you're so exotic. Thing, you know what I'm saying? And I always just
greatest line ever. I've heard somebody say that. You're so exotic. Like, what?
That's like, what? I was born here. Calm down. So he would be at me all the time. He'll be at me all the time. And he would just want to go, kick it with me. But I knew he had kicked it with a girl that I know, and, like stuff like that, it's just like crossing lines or whatever. Anyway, at the end of the day, I finally like give him a chance, right? He's still like, every time he's seeing me, anything like in my, like just wanting to go out or whatever. I give him a chance to take me out. So when I get there, like he's always, oh, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're so confident, whatever like that. And we get out and we're out and we're at dinner or whatever. And so we're sitting there, but the whole time he just like sitting across the table, but he like a totally different person than the person that was asking me out. So every time he'll say something like, I bet you one of them chicks that think you all that, don't you? So I was like, actually, I don't think I'm all that. Then he like, yeah, you think you all that or whatever. So people are coming up to me and they're greeting me and everything like that. They're telling me like, oh my God, I love you. Like that. He like, and he like, so people big in your head, don't make you, because I ain't giving you no compliments. You had all them other people give you compliments, but I ain't giving you. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, are you, you good? And back in the decks when I was really fire. So I'm like, yo, you good? Because I'm like, I hope I don't have to stab him real quick. Like, because he's like being weird.
And you wonder why that dude or that person.
I know, but this was back in the day too, though. This was back in the day.
I'm just playing.
This was back in the day. So he like, yeah. He like, huh? I'm like I said, I've always been big body. Like, yeah. How many? Like, how did you? What buy that shirt? Like, what stores you got to go to buy clothes to fit you? And like, he was just like, but it was like,
he said,
yeah, like he was like ranking me or something or whatever. So I'm like, I said, yo, you seem like you on something right now. I can't even remember like the words that I used, but like, I was getting so aggravated. I end up flipping the table over. Like flipping it over, like, because he just kept like boom, like saying real crazy, but it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Like, I hope you ain't about to order a whole lot of food because I don't really, I don't know if I could pay for you to eat and all this. Like, it was crazy. Wow. I ended up flipping the table over, like, don't, and so by the time I walk up to him, I'm like, for real, boy, I was so furious. I got kicked out the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't care. Like, it don't make me no difference. I've been kicked out of places way better than this. So yeah, that was like one of the craziest ones. Then I was going out with this dude. We're going out. He asked me out, wanted to be with me, like be around me all the time. But every time we would be out, he'd be like, I've never been with a big girl before. Like, I never dated a plus size girl before. But it was just like, or when we'd be around people or whatever like that, he like dapping up his boys, like, I never dated a big girl before, but whatever like that. And so I was like, okay. So I'm like, yeah, I never dated a little dick dude before. Excuse me. What? Because what? Or people always say like, you're so beautiful for a plus size girl. You're so beautiful for a big girl. And I'm like, what is, like, you knew that I was big before you was asking me out. Like, it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? You met me on social media. You met me in person. And, you know what I'm saying? And he was, it was crazy was he was Rastafarian too. So it was really weird. He was fake Rasta though. And I knew that he was fake Rasta, but you know what I'm saying? I let people be, the energy that they have. But it was like always like he was trying to front on me. And then we're out at a club and we're with the friend, but he's like putting it out there, whatever like that. When I said that, his friends was laughing. He ended up trying to fight me, and I had to run him over with my car. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Hold on real quick. Megan Tsunami just chimed in. She said, "Wait, you went on another date with him? That's
a different dude. That's a different dude.
Right? Different dude.
Hey, Tsunami. No, that was a totally different dude." And I'm like, so I remember one of my sisters went out with this guy. They went out. Boom. They end up having an amazing time. She go back to his house. She woke up. He robbed her and left her in his house, took all her money, took her food stamp cards.
Wait.
For real
shit. Robbed her and left her in his house?
Yes.
Did he come back? What? I mean, what
no, hell? She called me. She was like, because they, always call me or whatever like that. We over there, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, it was crazy. But nobody had seen him. Like, he didn't come back to his house for days because trust me, we was waiting for him. But yeah, he didn't come back to his house for like weeks. It was so crazy.
He robbed her and left her own house.
Yeah.
And didn't come back for weeks.
Yeah.
He had nothing in the house worth taking?
No. Trust trust me.
So
It was like nothing even worth destroying. And I went over there with my bat that I had got from oh God, who I get that bat from? Indians player. He signed my bat. It's right over here. Okay. I was ready. I was gonna tear up his TV. I was like,
that sounds like a trap house.
Yeah, that sounds like he was on something.
No dishes.
Yeah, it was nothing. Like he had like dishes and stuff, but it was like they didn't match. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was crazy. I had like my homegirl went out on a date with a guy, and he didn't have any money, and he didn't tell her that he didn't have any money. He jumped up and he left her, and he ate all his food, ordered massive amount of drinks. And he was like, I'm about to go to the bathroom or whatever like that. They were talking. Wow. He was like, I can't wait to get you home. She's sitting there. She was like, and they bought the check or whatever like that. And she was telling him like my date in the bathroom. And he left. Like, crazy thing is, he picked her up and drove her there. And then he left her in a like crazy.
Left her with no ride and left a bill with her.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That is so that is the most like scat thing that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Wait, then called her 2 days later and asked her, can they go out again? Promise you.
He didn't.
Promise you. Called her 2 days later. And she was like, what? Whatever. And she like cussing him out. I'm like,
there's no way he did that. No.
Promise.
He called her back 2 days later and asked her
2 days later. And was like, my bag, I had got a phone call. I need to leave, and like he was just telling all this stuff. She went off. I'm behind her, like, you dirty, like, I'll kill you, Missy, Buck's head now. It was crazy. I mean, and I'm just like,
her for having the right mindset on to not fall for that okie doke move.
Yeah, for real.
Like, oh, I had this come up, blah blah blah. Didn't offer like, my bad. I'm so sorry. Can I cash up you some money? You know what I'm saying?
Like something like what?
Home, apologizing, offering the cash app money. Yeah, it was, even if it was just half.
You could have made him like, hey, I saw my ex, I saw my woman, and she crazy. I had to run. Anything, something. I would take anything.
Better than that. Just leave.
Yeah.
Hilarious. For
real.
That's hilarious. Hey, Couchers, chime in. If you had a worst date, I definitely want to hear. You got some more for us?
I got many, but I ain't gonna, what I'm saying? Like, I went out with one dude, and I like to go to the lake. Like, there's two places that I used to like to go on dates, but I love being at the lake. You already know that. So he was like, well, you're always at the lake. Like, let's go. And we're at the lake, and we're like walking and we're talking, and, he got me, like my arm under his arm. But people, now this is recent, like, just a few years ago, like right before the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And where, it's really a vibes. And he's like, like really like, hey, I heard, talking about creativity and just like being in the next moment or whatever. And people are coming up to me, recognizing, me as Miss B, C or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, I saw you at this show. And oh my God, I was at your show. And it's like constantly or whatever. The next person that came up to me, he was like, all right. Like he was just blasted this lady. He was like, it's my time with her. Y'all have your time with her already. Just another other, like, I just want to have my time. Literally just start screaming at this lady. And she was just like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, I mean, it's irritating all these people coming up to you or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not even a big celebrity. And I'm like, I'm not. I don't even think I'm a celebrity at all. And he was like, and it's just like everybody like hugging you and talking to you or whatever. Like, this is my time. And I was like, okay.
Wow. And you know how to find them, huh?
They find me. I promise you. And it's like,
So it's because like I remember you was telling us you was dating a dude that was doing that, like didn't like the attention, and then you went on 2 dates with 2 different people that had the same complex where they just didn't like the attention.
But this dude, what was crazy was like he was so like you would have thought that we were in this long, relationship. He was so drawn into me, like, and I'm a person. Everybody got red flags, you know what I'm saying? But like he would be like if my phone, like if I'd be on the phone with him and I would click over, he would be so jealous. He wouldn't be mad that the fact that he was on hold. If he was on a hold for a long time, it wouldn't be like, "Dad, you kept me on hold long." It would be like, "Who were you talking to that long? Like 30 seconds. Like who were you talking to that long? Like I feel like I don't want to share you." His whole thing was, I don't want to share you with anybody. He was like, "It's bad enough I got to share you with your daughter, but I respect that." Literally his words. "I respect that, but I don't want to share you with anybody." And I was like, oh yeah. But once he went off on that lady, that was it for me. Like we had a few encounters, like little things that happened, but like he kept like snatching away and huffing and puffing. But I never expected him to like flip out on this lady like he did. But it was like massive people coming up. But I'm like, I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Red in the building. What up, sis? She said, "Hey, bro, just popped in to say I love you and thank you so much for coming to the party. You and Lil Mama. Oh, we want to miss that for the world. And love you too, big sis. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you." Hey, that's crazy. So I got one because like I was trying to, because like this was supposed to be one of our topics last week. So I was trying to think about, have I had any like worst dates, like some crazy dates or anything?
Men have a lot of crazy dates.
So, but I had crazy like interesting stuff, but it really wasn't a date. I'll tell you both of them. So
let me tell you this one more. Let me tell you this. Wait. So and he probably on right now because I sent them the link. This guy I used to talk to, met him in the Caribbean, seeing or whatever like that. So we meet out and everything. It was one of my events I met him at. And we end up vibing or whatever like that. But he had already saw me online. He was researching like reggae. So he had already saw me online promoting and everything like that, doing interviews. So he ended up coming to my event, because I was on his radio show or whatever. We haven't talked in a really long time. I end up getting an email pop up in my promotion thing. And it was from 2017. But I didn't look at the date. So I ended up emailing him back. Anyway, today he said, he remembered we went out on a couple of dates, and after our date, I invited him back to my house. So I'm like, yeah, we about to go upstairs or whatever like that. Now, I invited him to my house, so I called my sisters because this is what we do. Like I say, hey, I brought the dude back to my house. I just want y'all to know he here with me if y'all don't hear from me, the whole strategy. So when I'm on the phone and he said, this is what he said today. He said, "Do you remember that?" And I called my sisters and told them he, in his mind, because he's from New York, you know what I'm saying? And, so he like, yo, who you call on the phone? Who you call on the phone? I'm like, I call my sister. He like, you telling him where I'm at? He, in his mind, he thought I was about to have him robbed. What's so crazy is I forgot all about it until he told me. And I just remembered like when I was getting ready for the show. And then the furnace came on. Well, my house is super small. So when the furnace come on, it make a noise like, dude. Yo, I was like, I remember this clearly. He jumped up. He was like, and we was upstairs, and I'm like going on. I'm trying to get sexy. He jumped up, was like, "I'm out of here," and he left. And he left the house because he thought that I was trying to set him up. When he told me that today, I hadn't even remembered. But once I remember, I was like, he did. Like, he was out. Like, he was not playing. Like, you're not about to get me robbed. I'm not even from here. And you like, you know what I'm saying? You all from the sea. You at dance hall and everything. Like, and I knew, like, he wasn't no joke because he didn't trust nobody. Like if he be in the club, he holding a bottle in his hand, like a buckle in his hand, like the whole time, like anybody run up, I'm doing the man. So I was like, yo, yeah, He was not playing. You not getting me robbed.
Okay.
But like, you know, women do be doing that type of shit though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Absolutely.
But that was a crazy situation for me too.
My question was, did you end up giving him some?
No. He was
never hung out again.
When that furnace came on, he was out.
He said, I'm out. I ain't talking to her no more. I'm good.
We actually ended up dating after that, but he was like, he let me know, like, I thought you was trying to set me up.
Oh, so you end up giving him some later? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay. All right, cool. All right, because I know he probably shit himself when he heard that furnace, though.
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
If you're on, I'm so sorry, but I had to tell that story because that was
hilarious. That
was like a crazy moment for me.
Well, that was probably more crazier for him.
No, really, because he thought like, hey, she tried to get me robbed.
That's
for
crazy.
real.
All right, I'll do my two real quick. So the one that came to mind was, so I was just kind of hollering at this chick, right? We wasn't like dating or nothing. So we was gonna hang out. So this was like maybe like our first date, you know what I'm saying, or hanging out. She I think she stayed in Canton. I don't remember, but I met her from Facebook dating or whatever, and she came up my way, and I was like, you know, I'm cool because I really want to drive down that way anyway. But I had a gift card. This was when I was still working at I think I was still working at FedEx, but I had a gift card for Outback. And I'm like, man, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's chop it up. Let's go eat. You know what I'm saying? She like, oh yeah, I'm just getting off of work. You know, I'm hungry. That's what's up. Blah, blah, blah. So she was like, I'm gonna freshen up and come up. I'm like, all right, bet. So she come up and she was just a little weird, but I'm like, all right, whatever. Just, you know, having a conversation and stuff like that. We at the bar at Outback's bar. So we chopping it up, we eating, you know what I'm saying? And I got appetizers. I'm like, shit, I ain't gonna have to pay too much, you know what I'm saying? So whatever the card don't cover, you know, I got the rest. It ain't gonna be too much. I'm cool with it.
Right.
So we eat appetizers, we even get a drink, we chopping it up. And she like, what's the move? I'm like, we can go back to my house, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know, chill, watch a movie, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a big movie buff, right? So it ain't like Netflix and chill or whatever. I'm just still trying to, you know, I ain't even in no rush, no nothing, and I'm just seeing what the vibe is, right? But it was just like, it was just a little weird. We get back to the house, and so we sitting on the couch. I start the movie, and you know, she take off her shoes or whatever. I don't know if she had slides on or whatever it was, but like, and matter of fact, I don't even think she had like real shoes on. She might have, but either way, I started to smell must. And I was like, no, ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, your first thing you want to do is check yourself, but you ain't been smelling it all night, you know, and I know I took a shower.
From her feet?
I don't know where it was from. That's the thing. I don't know where it was from, but I smelled must. I get that, you know, you got off work, but you said you were going home to freshen up.
Right.
And then you come up, and then I smell must after we go to dinner. Like, I was like, no.
You sure she put her steak in her pocket with some onions or something?
Listen, I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it. I started smelling must, and I was like, oh, instant turn off, instant.
Yeah.
Instant pissed. I think
your soldier not gonna get stiff.
The crazy part about it is I think I made the movie mess up on purpose because you know I got a Fire Stick, so you can kind of like mess with it to, you know, to like make it like pause or whatever. I'm like, oh, it's loading and it ain't be loading right. I don't know what's going on. It ain't.
Oh my goodness.
Back right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, so what you about to do?
That is the worst line ever. And you know what? I've said it sometimes. I had somebody say it to me one time, and I was just like, yeah, that's the worst thing. So, to me, if you say what you about to do, and especially even after you hit or whatever like that, that's something to make you want to punch it out. I only had somebody say that to me one time, and I saw it in a movie, and I was like, oh, I'm about to go. And he was like, why are you leaving? I'm like, because you asked me what I'm about to do. And he was like, No, he was saying, what you about to do? Lay down or you want to watch TV? I'm like, oh, because I was really upset. Like I went off like, yo, I'm about to go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But most of the time, that means like, all right, what you about to do? Because like, whatever you about to do,
the night is over.
You're gonna have to leave my house.
I don't know what you about to do, but I'm about to go to bed. So see you.
Right,
Get out.
right. And I ain't talking about you sleeping with me or you sleeping in this house.
When he said that, like I went off. I went off. I was like, I'm about to go home. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't into keeping no niggas that don't want to be careful. Like, I was like, I'm serious.
The funniest part is she was still like text me afterwards, and the conversation just totally changed from that night. It wasn't like the same. It wasn't the same vibe for me after that happened. And so then
sometimes you say something though, like maybe she didn't get to make it to go home. I was like, hey, you want to take a shower? Because you know what I'm saying, like, you know, something. I mean, I don't know. People should just say something.
No, I wasn't that pressed. If I was that pressed, I you know, it would have been like, all right, let's take a shot. You know, let's take a shot.
Yeah, like, hey, did you go home and freshen? Like, how do you say it though? Like, did you go home and freshen up like you said? Or, you know, something, you know, you never know. Maybe she didn't wear deodorant. You know what I'm saying?
I know me. Once I get started, ain't no stopping.
Yeah, because you're a comedian. So you just
real ignorant, real fast, and I didn't want to go there, so I kind of ignored it. Like I said, I made the movie act like it was messing up. So
that was your worst date. I know you had worse. You had to have worse.
No, like I swear, I was thinking all last week leading up to the episode.
That's because you put them out your head. You ain't want to think about it no more.
and that's the thing. I might have had worse dates and just didn't think about it. I think the worst situation I was ever in, it really wasn't a date. And this more of a childhood memory too. Me and my one dude, Dontel, that's my guy. He's staying in Atlanta right now, but we had met two females at Tower City. This one, people used to go down to Tower City because, you know, Randall was already gone. So everybody was going to Tower City now to try to holler at people, you know. And we meet these two girls and we meet them somewhere. I think they was walking or in a store or something or whatever. And we hollered at them, you know what I'm saying? I hollered at one, he hollered at the other. We got the numbers or whatever. And they was trying to hang out. And my dude had a car. So I'm like, hey, let's go down to such and such house. And they stayed in Garden Valley. And so we go down there and, you know, this is, you know, before cell phones. So we go down there. They know we coming because we called from a payphone like, hey, we on our way, blah, blah, blah. We'll be there in like 25 minutes. We close. They was like, all right, you know, you pull in, you know, and it's our building. Bet. So we go to pull in, and right before he about to turn, I'm like, He like, what? I'm like, don't pull in there. I say, don't pull in there. Do not pull in there. He like, wow, what's up? And he started pulling up more, and he see what I'm talking about. I swear, it was about 50 dudes just outside on like standing and sitting on the trash can out in the parking lot, bats, chains, all kind of crazy stuff. And we like, man, I am not about to die over no coochie. Like that ain't gonna happen. First off, so he thirsty, right? Because I'm like, man, let's chalk it up. Let's just go back to the house. I'll call her another day and hook her up with another day. He like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? I'm hooking up with this chick. She talking about she down, blah blah blah, right? And so I'm like, all right, what we trying to do? He like, let's go to the payphone and call and see if there's a back way in there. So we go to the payphone, we call, they like, oh yeah, we see him outside. Listen, if you park in the next parking lot, you can come through the back door. And we like, what? So we like it was like Mission Impossible, like you going in, sneaking onto the enemy lines without getting caught. So we like sneaking around, doing all this, looking, and lo and behold, like it was a dude looking. So we like back up because we gotta like go real quick here and right here. So we like hiding this shit so they don't see.
Oh my gosh.
Turn around. I'm like, all right, come on, let's go. So we get into the back door and we go up, we chill. I get some, he don't get none. He was so pissed.
Oh no.
He was so pissed because we almost got killed going down the Garden Valley.
And you were the one you was like, you were against going, and he wanted to go because he really thought he was about to get it. Mad. So
Oh
serious.
man, that's hilarious. And it's funny because like I don't even think I talked to that girl again, but I think I seen her like a couple years later and she was cool. She said, "What's up?" I said, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey, I don't know how we lost touch, blah, blah, blah." You know, so.
That is craziness. That's craziness.
And like I said, that really wasn't even a date. It was just a something that happened. You know what I'm saying? It was just something that happened. So like I've really never had like real worst dates.
Man, let me tell you, I heard a lot of stuff. I heard a lot of guys that had bad dates. I mean, I heard a lot of guys that got robbed by girls after they kick it with them. Yeah. So like, you know, it's always something, like I said, people really don't, I don't even know, like sometimes you could just tell like when it's going to be like something, or like you said, like people that act weird, or you know what I'm saying. I don't like when you have first dates with people and they act like you belong to them. You know, I was watching first date. Like I was watching this thing and it was a actor. He was telling a story about his sister's friend that went on a date, and she went on a date with this guy. She said, you know, they end up having a good time, but he was kind of weird. He ended up taking her back to his house, and she said it smelled weird and everything like that in the house or whatever. And he asked her to rub, you know, could he give her a massage? Well, when he started rubbing whatever he was rubbing on her, it was burning. And she said she started to feel weird. So she was like, you know what? I got to get up early and I'm going to leave or whatever like that. And he said, no, you know, he tried to keep her there, but she, you know, ended up getting her way out. She left the house. She still her skin. When she woke up the next day, all of this was like broke out, you know. And when she went to the hospital and they said, have you been around dead people or something to that effect? But whatever he put on her, it was something that they put on dead people, but it messed with people alive. Like it can make you pass out or whatever like that. Anyway, they asked her, where did she get that from? Because only morticians and stuff have it. And she ended up telling them about the dude, give him his name, whatever. They called the police, everything. They get to his house. He had dead bodies. They had people that they've been looking for and everything like that. Like she was basically about to be his next victim. You know what I'm saying? But had she not been aware enough, she said when she was going home, she was kind of like dizzy or so. But yeah, she was about to be his next victim. And good thing she was like, you know, she said she felt. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please, people, be careful out here. Stop. Please don't be so thirsty where you looking for somebody to hang out with, or you got lonely where you got to hang out with something, and pay attention to your surroundings and how you feel.
Yeah.
Please, man.
Yeah. You got to be more aware. Like it's very hard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got stuff or whatever like that. But right now it's like people really, really are extra. And when you see like situations, when I was younger, I was like I said, I was really, really super feisty. And like, you know what I'm saying? I was, you know, I just didn't have a, you know, fear. But like so many times I've been put in situations, or I mean, I had worse situations that got me messed up. Like I had a really, really bad situation. And so it's just like, you know, you have to be aware. Like I don't like eating from nobody, drinking from nobody, or anything like that. Because, and it's one story I didn't tell, and I'm not going to tell that story because it's very traumatic. But at the end of the day, bad stuff happened, and like people, these guys out here, like it's like, what made you become this person, or what made you do this, or somebody acting overpossessive, or somebody judging you, or whatever like that. Like a lot of today, people think, and especially the younger, like they think toxic is good. So being aggressive or abusive or, you know, to each other, they think that's love, or, you know, they think that's the, you know, shit or whatever. And it's not. Like nobody should ever be disrespecting you or, you know, body shaming you, or, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people think I'm a very confident person. And regardless of the fact if I'm shaky in my confidence, nobody can ever make me feel like, you know, like if somebody making you feel like that, please stay away from them, because you don't want to, you know, like our minds are very sensitive. So make sure you, you know, keep away from people that try to tear you down or control you or even be possessive over you, because that's not love, and it ain't gonna ever turn into love.
Nope, absolutely not. What up, Brittany? Thanks for tuning in. She said, "Oh my God, that's terrifying. Always trust your gut." Absolutely trust your gut. Absolutely.
And sometimes you don't go.
Go ahead. Yeah, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you keep going, and shit happens. So, but all right, I think that those were some interesting stories. Definitely, especially the one where he thought he was about to get robbed. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was serious. He probably ain't gonna talk to me again after this. Like, I just get back to talk to you and you're gonna put that story. I didn't tell you his name though, but
right. It is funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, I think that's a good time to take our one and only sponsor break. Please don't go nowhere. We got 2 more subjects coming up and we'll be out of here, so we ain't gonna keep you too long tonight. But please don't go nowhere. More Just Therapy, more BBC, and you already know who I am. And I'm taking you to break, baby.
Primal Screen in Kent, Ohio. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Quality work, on time, fair prices. For more information, call 330-677-1766. Again, 330-677-1766. Or check us out online, primalscreenprinting.com. If you mention the podcast, you get 5% off. Peace.
Custom Design Aquariums, where we bring your aquatic dreams to life. With your help, using your imagination, together, we will turn your home or office into a peaceful getaway. For a free consultation, call 330-475-5181 or contact us by email at customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Once again, that is customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Mention this podcast and get 5% off.
Ooh, we already know what it is. It's another beautiful Monday evening, and you already know what I'm going to talk to you about. The best pizza on this side of town, Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. They got 3 locations. First location is at 1909 Bailey Road, Cuyahoga Falls. Their phone number is 330-928-2222. They also got a location downtown Akron, across the street from Rubber Duck Stadium. That address is 325 South Main Street, Akron. Phone number is 330-849-5707. And their third location is in Stowe. That's 3031 Graham Road, Stowe, Ohio. Phone number is 330-673-9410. The best thing I love about the downtown location has to be the beer wall. I like to call it the Dave & Buster's of beer, because you go in there, they got 36 glorious taps of wine, ale, IPAs, whatever you can think of as far as alcohol, no liquor, but all those that I mentioned. And you go in there, you put money on the card, you take the card up to the tap, touch the card against the tap, and pour as much beer as your heart desires. I mean, it's just so good. It's so good. When it hits your lips, it's just so good. But drink responsibly. Another thing I love about Twisted Tomato Pizzeria is that they cater to your taste buds. And y'all know I say this every week, but you know what I mean by that. Anything you order, any specialty pizza, any specialty sub, whatever you do, they always make sure your order is done correctly. And it is so delicious. I swear, I'm a cheeseless type of person, so I like to do a pizza with no cheese, extra sauce, with sausage, pepperoni, meatball, banana peppers. I get a lot of stuff on there, and it all the time be so delicious, so good. And that first bite, I take a bite, and it'd be like, bitch. Like, it's just that damn delicious. Make sure you check them out. And I'm not only saying that because they are the official sponsor of Just Therapy, the podcast, but they just got some great food. So make sure you check them out. If you ever in the area, make sure you contact them to get some delicious food. If you ask for the owner, Brad Cover, and tell them you are a coucher, you listen to Just Therapy and Just Therapy sent you, you'll get a 10% discount. 10% off of some delicious food. Everybody loves a good discount, especially on delicious food. So check them out. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. If it's pizza, it's possible. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria, y'all. And as always, got to do the shameless plug of Revival over the Mike Poetry Night. Make sure you check it out every last Thursday of the month at Jilly's Music Room. $10 entry. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7, from 7 to 10. If you love good poetry, thoughtful poetry, love to make you think and interact, you're going to like this place. So make sure you check it out. Revival of the Mic every last Thursday of the month at Jilly's Music Room in Akron. Check it out. It's a good vibe. Don't miss out because it's always fun. All right. And we are back.
I got a shameless plug.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
So I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on. Right here. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So on October 12th.
Okay.
October 12th. I'm gonna be performing at Arts Meets Reggae Showcase. It's the 4th annual one. It's going to be at the Negative Space, which is an art studio inside the Asian Plaza off of 38th and Superior. It is promoted by Soulfire Movement and Negative Space. It's going to have Will Powell, Marty Soul, Spartacus, Maul 216, Papa Gary, Marley Banton, and of course, your girl, Miss BBC.
Hey, October what?
October 12th.
All right, make sure you get the flyer for next week so I can actually put
I'm gonna make sure I send it to you. I kept trying to send it, but today, like, my picture's not letting me push them. Like, it's not letting me when I go into like Messenger or anything or email, and I need to send something.
Yeah. Sometimes it do that. It's crazy. Yeah. Hey, big shout out to Facebook. Hey, listen, I made $10.50 back-to-back months. Look at your boy.
That bang.
Keep liking, keep commenting, because maybe it'll go to $20 next month. I'll be needing that little change. So
Yes.
But just posting. So I ain't
I always say if I make $10 a day in my business, at least my business did some product.
Hey, there you go. But on my side, it's like $10.50 a month for the month. So
I mean, yeah.
And then it's crazy. Oh, that was for last month, and then the month before that, I mean,
that's but still, it made movement.
Hey, it made movement. You know what I'm saying? So keep liking, keep commenting. You know how we do on my Facebook page.
Let me get $2.
I got you. I'll Zelle it to you right after we get off the show. All right, I got you.
Okay, Joe. Let's go.
All right, so next topic on the docket is your thoughts. Yes, that is right. Your thoughts. I want your thoughts on this particular subject, okay? And you already know, anytime I do your thoughts, I always got a picture to go with it or a video to go with it. And today is no different, okay? Man, you missed it last week. Your thoughts was pretty dope last week, so. And I think you would have really liked your thoughts last week. It was like a picture of a girl that was beat up, and it was like this is your wife. She come home and tell you that her side dude did this to her. What's your next move? And me and Xavier was laughing. He was like, I mean, you got to be matching. So ain't no reason for her to one black guy. She need two. So. But it was funny. It was all in good fun. But it was an interesting conversation about your thoughts. So this week on your thoughts, here we go. Man asked his younger cousin to change her outfit because it is inappropriate to wear around him. Your thoughts? You see that outfit?
I totally agree. I remember I had a situation like this when I was younger, and I was at a family member's house, and like I said, and it's when you're a kid or you're young or whatever like that, you don't even think in your mind sometimes, like, because this is my cousin, this is my brother, this is my auntie or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Some people, to me, I wasn't doing anything that I didn't do any other day. But I remember my family was like, you need to go put on some clothes. And you got boy cousins walking around, you know, you like that, you like, and I'm looking like, ew, you know what I'm saying? Because you're thinking a certain way, but at the end of the day, once I realized it was inappropriate, and I got a rude awakening for that, but because it was very inappropriate, and like, regardless of being anything, you're still a man, you know? So I feel like, yeah, if he telling you that, like, hey, look, cuz it is not, and I don't think he being a pervert or anything like that. I think that he is really saying, you know, it is very inappropriate. You know, he is a, you know, man, and you in my house or whatever like that. And I don't know if he had a woman in there or however the situation went, but, you know, if she probably even felt the way, like, why would your cousin be dressing like this around you? I mean, you know, I like the little stanks. I got a whole bunch of them. I call them stanks. They're very comfortable, you know what I'm saying? But also they're very sexy. You know what I'm saying? She has a nice body or whatever like that. Regardless, you still don't even want any concept of having the thought, you know? So I agree with him.
Wholeheartedly, yes. I'm gonna have to second your nomination on agreeing with the man. Some things don't need to be wore around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, you definitely don't need to wear that around your older cousin or your uncle or even your aunt. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes you gotta cover up. Like, I mean, if you go wear that outside to, you know, catch a dude, or just because you feeling good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feeling good, you got the right body for it, and you just want to be out and about.
Put on the road.
I get it, but in somebody's house,
it's
acceptable for them to be like, hey, cuz you can't be wearing that in the house. Put a robe on, put a long t-shirt on, do something. Cover that up. Like,
and I'm remember when my neighbor asked me, can I wear clothes? Remember when I told you, my neighbor was like, well, when you take your garbage out, could you put on some, because I'm a booty short, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a high my big Jamaica going across the back of my shirt. I'm like, I be out on my porch.
That's different. Your neighbor, no.
But I'm saying, still, like, at the end of the day, if that was my family, you know, like if my family members, like, I know that I'm that girl. Like, I dress like I swear, talking to my sister the other night, she was like, oh, I used to hate coming to your house. Like, I used to have to call and say, do you got on clothes before I come over there? Like, yeah, don't just pop up at my house. You never know what's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I be walking around here in heels and lingerie, dragging the floor. Like, I'm that girl. You never know what you gonna get. Like, I'll just put on some little pasties, you know what I'm saying? A little wrap around my, like, you never know what you're gonna get. So
you are in the comfort of your home. No, that's
in the comfort of my home. Like, so I get it. So when you're not in your home, you're supposed to, and a lot of people, especially in Black families, a lot of us wasn't brought up, which I was, but wearing robes and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. A lot of us just walked around in our t-shirt and panties as kids or whatever like that. But a lot of Black families that I know personally, I'm gonna just say, we never wore robes and stuff like that or whatever. I never even got a robe until I used to go over to my aunt's house. So you just like, you used to just being comfortably in your own vibe or whatever like that, and you don't know. But she definitely just throwing a robe. You like, you know what I'm saying? Because it looked like she was being just comfortable. It didn't look like she was trying to just be extra sexy, because those really are comfortable. And you can get some from Five Below too, because Five Below had those, and I bought like 4 different colors. They super comfortable.
You're trying to get the people to hook up on that outfit.
They ain't even sponsoring me. They ain't even sponsoring us. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they super comfortable.
Oh man, but no, I do think that's inappropriate, especially around your big cousin, your uncle, anything like that, and it's their house. Put some clothes on. Come on, go outside and hang with your friends and do all that. Do that when I ain't around, but in my house, you gotta cover up. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you pointed out. It's not like he's trying to be a perv or anything, but we are men. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be looking at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know, so cover it up. Like, she was holding. She wasn't laughing.
And then what if his girl got the same outfit You know what I'm saying? His girl got one of those too. And then now every time you see his girl, you'll be like, dang, my cousin. Like you don't want to put
way more than you did. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Way more than you did. Why don't you
get
your cousin's regiment? Like, what you doing? Like, no.
Or you don't even want to get that image in your head. Like, stuff can happen.
Right.
People don't realize, like, humanity is humanity. You got pervert. If he was trying to be a perv, he wouldn't have said nothing. Because my brother and my cousins, like, yo, like, it depending on which side of my family, like, go take your stinking ass in there and put on some clothes, like, you know, or whatever. Or yo, BB Squad. What are you going on? So, you know, so it would be it'll be a problem because, you know, and then, I mean, I don't know if he was rude or if he wasn't rude. Like, to me, like, why y'all even put it on social media? You know what I'm saying?
Probably wasn't being rude. I don't know why they put it on.
Yeah, the people are like, why? Because some people so stuck in their own vibe, like, why I gotta put on clothes? Like, I ain't doing nothing, you know, like, girl, you staying evidently she was staying in his house, so you in my damn house. Get the hell out of here.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know, they put everything on Facebook. But again, if I didn't see it on social media, we wouldn't have been able to talk about it. So thank you for that. But yeah, because like if he was a real perv, he would have been dropping stuff and be like, hey, pick that up.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Like, hey, make me some pancakes so she can stir and jiggle up in there, whatever like that. For real. I'm for real. I like to look around in my refrigerator when I'm stirring so I can see, especially if I have my little high shoe stilettos on with my little stank, I'll be looking like, is it jiggling? Like, you know. Lord jeez. Okay.
All I heard was jiggling, and all my brain was like, go ahead, baby.
Yeah.
My brain was like, oh, you gotta finish that. Like, is it jiggling, baby? Go ahead, baby. Like,
that's exactly why. That's why, you know what? You know what? I gotta go to therapy because every time I come on this show, I literally have to go see my own original therapist.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
It's all your fault. It'd be too much crazy that's going on.
And that's this week's Your Thoughts. I do not have a crazy, funny, fucked up news.
What?
Yeah, I don't. This week, I had one last week. I was waiting for you. It was a good one. I'll tell you a little bit about it. So it was a glitch going around. I believe it was Chase Bank.
Wasn't. It was a lie, but go ahead.
Yeah, they said it was a glitch, you know, and these people were depositing checks in their own account, trying to get the money out before they caught on to it, blah, blah, blah. And we talked about it last week. That is absolute check fraud. You're gonna go to jail. Good luck back, and it's a wrap for you. You know,
right? Fun. It was like the simplest crime.
Have fun in the real prison because you ain't going to county. You going to state prison.
Now, I remember back in the day when ATM, like the banks, ATMs and stuff. I remember when they used to have the envelopes. A lot of people used to do that.
Put envelopes in there and saying it has so much in there. Yes. Yeah,
or a check in there or whatever. And it's so crazy. So when the guy got on, I guess it was on TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but I saw a video where, somebody kind of did a little clip of it and basically was saying the guy was lying. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to see, but they said over 60,000 people
did this shit.
Did it
because they're dumb and they were young and they didn't know better.
Here's the thing, and it was older people. So wait, and some of them was posting them doing it, like literally posting and doing it, like saying massive amount of money that they didn't even have. And if it's a check, especially you're writing a check, it'll still give you a certain portion. So. Here's the thing. You say you got $10,000. They can't give you that whole 10 out, but you can probably get however much the ATM can let you out and how much they release. So let's say they release 500 or 1,000 or whatever like that. You getting that. And then by the time it has to go and process, it takes 3 days. But sometimes in that 3 days, you can still go back the next day and like get money or whatever like that. And it's crazy to me that these people were actually posting, taking video and everything that I'm doing. And I'm just like, and this is what's driving me crazy about social media or whatever like that, and sometimes I say stuff that I did in the past or whatever like that. People literally don't think Like all of this shit is all connected. You know what I'm saying? Yet they coming after you. And if they don't get you now, they just waiting and buying their time. Like, okay. And remember this, everything's on video. When you go to the fucking ATM, it's on video. They're videoing you then. You're videoing yourself. They don't even have to ask you, are you guilty? Because you already done told on yourself. It's like everything y'all put on here. Y'all showing all the, did you see the video? Let's get this. Did you see the video of the little, and I'm sorry, I've got to say it, white boy that was beating up the elder lady? I don't know if she was his grandmother. Oh my God. I tried to share it with you, but you know how sometimes you touch the phone and it skipped past. He was kicking her in the face, everything, and she was just so scared or whatever like that. Anyway, some homeboys or his, I don't know who it was, got a hold of him.
Yep.
Tied him up from the ceiling.
Took it to him.
And then drove him out on the water and dumped him. Like, literally left him there alive. But they videoed it.
I ain't hear that. Oh, and they videoed it too?
They videoed them beating him. They videoed him tied up. They videoed him on the boat, his hands tied up. And then whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm grateful y'all got him. But,
don't hurt yourself at the same time, man.
Yeah. I couldn't believe he was kicking that lady in the face, whatever. Oh my God. I was pissed.
Yeah,
but
so stupid these days.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of stuff is very visual, and we see it, like, you know what I'm saying, and this is how they able to get our children and get all this stuff or whatever like that. But it's like in this day and age, and especially the younger people, like, they want to show themselves. Like, I hate when people show you with a gun and you showing up, like, all of that is so stupid to me. And it's like, you're showing yourself being violent, being whatever. Like, what is your mental status that you're like, I'm going to post me robbing a bank, basically, because that's exactly what y'all doing. Robbing a bank.
Check fraud.
You know what I'm saying?
Standing in line. The line was like it was in New York City.
They said over 60,000 people
was around the corner trying to get the so-called glitches. Check fraud, you dumbass.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Carla, what's up, Carla? Thanks for chiming in. She put up the eyes like, oh my God. She say, that's what happens when you raise your kids by putting them in a corner all the time. Yeah, that's true.
No real discipline.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, I wanted to touch on that real quick to see if you heard about it. You know, since you weren't here to participate in our crazy, funny, fucked up news.
That's crazy.
But that was on the docket last week.
Crazy. It's worse than them PPP people. What is it? PPP?
Yeah, it's just 3.
Look up like Peter pick up.
Stop, you silly as hell. Oh man.
Oh jeez. Look that little baby like, fuck.
Another great episode. I hope you all chimed in and tuned in, and I hope you ain't miss it. But if you did, it'll be on Spotify tomorrow about afternoon-ish, and then of course you'll be able to watch it back as well. But make sure you like and subscribe, man. We can use some more followers on definitely on Spotify. I think we almost had 100, so that would be cool. But share it out, man. It's a good episode. Good podcast.
Share it out. Share it on YouTube.
Y'all know I don't even tell y'all to do that shit every week, but every now and then I'll be like, hey, share the podcast, listen to it, like it, all that, subscribe bullshit.
Share it right now. No, it's spam.
Little mama. Oh, she done fell asleep on me, y'all. She done fell asleep.
She don't feel good.
No, she done fell asleep. No, she was tired. We got up a little early.
She said that. She was like, I don't feel good.
Mm-hmm. Plus, she was tired, so she'll be all right. I'm gonna have to wake her up because we got.
It's school time, so like she's like having a job, being in school all day.
Yeah, being in school all damn day, and I had to drop her off the before school care today. So, but you already know what time it is. That's why I was like, damn, she's asleep because she my echo is gone. But it is that time, y'all. Hold on, before I even get there. I gotta look it up real quick before I even start it. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second, because I got a good one for your ass today. All right, here we go. So here is your close, something you can ponder on. Until the next time you see us on Just Therapy B Podcast, Facebook page, YouTube, or next day on Spotify. But you're closed this evening. Something you can ponder on.
It's not the same.
No, it's not. It's not the same. Do it. And I think I'm about to do a video of the ponder on. Y'all know, I'll be trying to do the videos of the ponder on and shit too. So, but this week, here we go. I know what I bring to the table. So trust me, I'm not afraid to eat alone. I'm gonna read that one more time and you'll break it down and we'll get up out of here. I know what I bring to the table. So trust me, I'm not afraid to eat alone. Go and break that down, sis, and we'll get up out of here.
I know my worth, and eating alone is better than eating with a whole bunch of backstabbers and phony ass people.
Hey, absolutely. I don't think we need to say no more on that one. Carla chimed in and she said, no, I didn't hear about it. My kids are grown, 26 and 21. Even when they were little, as we're watching anything and a child does something off the wall, I look at them and say, if you ever, I hear that. I used to do my son like that all the time. And then she said, ponder on treating people the way you want to be treated. The world will be a much better place in love. Oh, I like that. That okay.
No, I totally agree. Totally agree with that, Carla. And it's really like, it's crazy, but yeah, I really like that one right there, because I hate when people say, what do you bring to the table? I am the table. That's always my response. And even if I would go to interviews and anything, I am the table. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of whatever get laid on that table, like it's gonna be a vibes. But
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I like it, sis. Glad to have you back. Glad you're feeling better. And you already know what it is. You know how we get down. Couchers, thanks again for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Again, just share, like, all that good shit, whatever. Do what you do.
Yeah. Get some hype.
Go ahead, sis. Send them out so we can get up out of here.
If no one has told you today, I love you, I believe in you, and I want you to win.
Hey.
Have a blessed rest of your night.
All right. And you already know what I'm going to say. One thing you can never get back is time. And I want to thank y'all for spending y'all time on the couch with us tonight. We will see y'all next week. God willing, we out. All right, sis. Love you, girl.
All right, see you. I love you.
I love you too, sis. Talk to you.
All right. Kiss my baby from me.
I will.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit, from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go.